But right now, very pleased to have with us on the program the coach of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology Pistol Club, Mr. Will Hart. And Will, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine, Cam. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for coming back on the program. It's been a while.
It has been. It's a pleasure.
A great story in the Boston Globe, of all
Wasn't it?
places. Yeah, this was fantastic. At MIT Gun Club, straight A shooters. Hiawatha Bray, the author of this piece, and I got to tell you, Will, I was a little concerned when I heard that the Boston Globe was doing a story on the Pistol Club at MIT. But again, very not just a fair story, but it sounds like the reporter walked away very impressed by your team.
It was a great story, and the Boston Globe, as you and your listeners know, is a is a fairly liberal paper, and a lot of my colleagues thought I was crazy. Working with the reporter, but I knew the reporter, and I had met him a few years ago. Actually, about 5 or 6 years ago, I had met him. He took a wrong turn and ended up on the range, and I gave him a tour and talked with him, and he told me right then and there. He said, I'm going to do a story on the MIT pistol team. He said, I'll be back. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I'll do it. And I had talked to some MIT alumni, and they told me that they loved his technical articles. They said he was a great technical writer and so on. And the rifle coach actually worked with him at the Boston Globe, and he said, "Yeah, this guy is legit, very open-minded." And we welcomed him, and he was true to form. He did a great job.
Well, he really did, and I got to tell you, I mean, it was just nice reading about this in a way that was not hysterical. The reporter certainly pointed out, he said, for many people, any mention of guns calls up memories of berserk killers. But for the 30 student shooters of MIT and their coaches, guns are sporting tools, no different from baseball bats or hockey sticks. And he, then goes on to explore this and demonstrates, I think, beyond any doubt, that is exactly the case at MIT. And we've heard so many stories, Will, over the past couple of years about how irresponsible young Americans are, and how dangerous it would be to allow any 18 or 19-year-old access to a firearm. I just thought it was so nice to see your program highlighted in the fact that these students at MIT are doing fantastic things. They're competing at a world-class level, and frankly, they're doing it again despite the fact that your funding has been cut extensively from just a couple of years ago.
Well, it is much tougher now. The students, I have to say, the students are doing a phenomenal job. Alexandra Jiang, Andrew Sugea, they are the manager and the captain of the team. They're actually doing the coaching during the week. I've been relegated pretty much to an assistant coach now. I commute from Providence up to Cambridge to help out on weekends, for matches and so on.
Mm-hmm.
But they're doing a lot of the work themselves. The alumni are actually stepping in during the week to help out. They do, an alternating schedule, and they work with the team and do gun repairs and so on. And the team really couldn't survive without them. They're doing great work. And this article could have been about any of the collegiate shooting teams, and it would have given the same idea. Young people with guns are polite, they're respectful, they are a great bunch of people. One trip down to Collegiate Nationals will really wake a lot of people up, because at Collegiate Nationals you see all of these shooters, and it is just an incredible sight. Everyone gets along well with each other, great camaraderie. You've got some of the most incredible people in the United States, from the military academies, from the great schools such as MIT. Phenomenal young people, and they all have that one thing in common. They're all collegiate shooters.
Yeah, absolutely. And these the time that these kids, I don't want to say kids, these young adults put into this, given the load that they're carrying academically at MIT.
Oh, God, yeah.
And the fact that Will, last time we talked anyway, a lot of your team members were new to shooting when they arrived at MIT. Is that still the case?
It's still the case. We have one young woman whose family introduced her to shooting at a young age, and she's a freshman this year. But all the other shooters, they're relatively new. Andrew Sugea actually did some shooting prior to coming to the team, and he's the team captain. He's also an All-American last year, All-American. But we basically take people and start them from scratch, which I have a great time with because you don't have to unlearn bad habits and so on. You start with a clean slate and bring them along. And these students are so predisposed to the shooting sports. You know, I tell other coaches, I just tell my kids it's applied physics. Go figure it out yourself, how to shoot a gun accurately. But, of course the basics go into it. But they are such great learners, and it's just wonderful to be with them and coaching.
Absolutely. Well, Will, again, I can't thank you enough, sir, for all that you do, and just keep it up. I mean, you're doing fantastic work, and we really appreciate all of your efforts.
Well, actually, we wouldn't be able to do this without the NRA. The NRA runs a collegiate shooting program, and I want to give a shout-out to Tori Croft, who runs the collegiate program for the NRA. She has been remarkable over the years, and the NRA just does such a great job with the organization in the national championships. So it's a pleasure to be working with you guys.
Well, thanks again, Will. Look forward to talking to you again soon, and best of luck this year.
Okay, Cam. Thanks for the call.